Lesson 5, Horizontal Transformations and Transformation Combined. So in order to figure out the reflection, there would be a negative in front of the certain variable, which would be either x or y. And since negative in front of the y is a vertical reflection, so if a negative is in front of the x, it means it's a horizontal reflection. And it would be the same for a quadratic function and root function. So k represents the horizontal stretches in a function, and in order to multiply the x values of the original function by 1 over k. And remember that when removing the k value out of the brackets, it automatically becomes the opposite, into or out of a fraction. So for example, y equals 5 bracket 1 over 3 x plus 9 minus 5. It would become 1 over 3 becomes 3, and plus 9 would become negative 9 as it comes out of the bracket. So all the transformations put together is y equals af bracket k bracket x minus d bracket plus c. So a represents the vertical shift and compression. K represents horizontal shift and compression. D represents horizontal translations, which is either shift right or left. And C represents the vertical translation, shifting either up or down. Okay, so now I'm going to do an example. So we're going to state the transformation and using the mapping notation to graph. So the question is y equals 5 bracket 1 over 3 x plus 9 minus 5. So since there's an f in the equation, meaning it is a root function, so you have to put into root function form. The f of x equals 5 square root of 1 over 3 x plus 9 and negative 5 outwards. So the first one would be 5, which is vertically stretched by a factor of 5. Second one would be horizontal stretch by a factor of 3, since remember 3 comes out of the bracket. Horizontal shift, 9 units left, and vertical shift, 5 units down. What you have to do is multiply the x's by 3 and subtract x's by 9. Multiple y's by 5 and subtract x's by 5. So you would put it into a table. So your x's would be 3x plus 9 and your y would be 5y minus 5. You plug in your numbers, your y value and x values, get these numbers, and then you graph it. And your graph should look something like this. So negative 9 and negative 5 would be right here. And since 18 and 10 don't fit on the graph pad, you just make an arrow, meaning it's still going on. And that's it.